Hey guys, I am here to tell you about why I started 75 Hard and why I'm doing Live Hard, the program, this whole year. So I have been sharing it on my social media and people are like, whoa, yeah, like, good job, blah, blah, blah. Most of them don't know what it is. Even people who have heard of it before don't exactly know what it is. So even though you could hear a way better explanation as to what it is on Andy Frisella's personal Instagram or his website, which I recommend you do if you're interested in doing it. I'm just gonna give you the quick LD on it. Slow down. Okay, sorry, dad joke. Anyway, moving forward, why I started 75 Hard. So I actually, hold on one second. I just got done with my second workout of the day, my second 45-minute workout, and it was outside, and I just got like a little parched. So I knew about this program. I mean, he only started it maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but it's really caught on the last couple years. And I heard about it probably like 1 or 2 years ago, and I knew I wanted to do it. And so I kind of was like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, I'm going to plan it out for like the perfect time so it's easier, right? Like, I'm a psycho planner. I want to like make sure everything's in order before I do anything. So not very spontaneous. So I like read about it, I listened to his podcast, and I learned about it. And basically I decided that when I moved to Texas, I would do it. I didn't do it because I was just nervous to commit to it, I think. I moved here almost a year ago, last April, and I don't know. It wasn't happening. I didn't do it. So, I basically decided that I was going to officially, start my company, Hard Charger Coffee. And I knew that I needed something more to create that discipline and that focus, and not really create it, but just to like hone it and like fine tune it, if you will. I knew that during this process of starting a business, I was going to come across so many different challenges and struggles that I needed to get my mind right. And that is why on January 1st, 2022, that's why I started 75 Hard. So, I am doing the Live Hard program, and I can tell you more about that. I'm on day 2 because I failed on day 4 for phase 1. Wow, that was a lot of numbers. Anyway, I messed up the second part, and I'm starting that over. I wanted to start phase 1 right away in case I messed up, because one of the biggest challenges for me for 75 Hard was the time management. So let me just back it up a little bit. 75 Hard is a program. You do certain tasks every single day for 75 days nonstop. You have to do 2 workouts a day that are 45 minutes long. One of them must be outside. Yes, that can be walking. You have to drink a gallon of water a day. You have to take a progress picture every single day. You have to read 10 pages, not Audible. You have to actually read a book of a nonfiction, like self-improvement type of book. You cannot have any alcohol or cheat meals. And, oh my God, am I forgetting something? I think that's it. The workout. Oh yeah, you have to pick a diet. Oh my God. Sorry, it's like so, like, I'm just so used to doing all the things. I'm like, anyway, you have to choose a diet based on whatever your goals are, and you have to stick to it consistently and without any compromises, so no cheating. For example, my goal for this program was more of like a mental thing, so I chose to just count my macros and cut out excess like processed junk. I found myself eating a lot of Summer's like kid snacks. And so I'm not doing like the well, if it fits my macros, like I can have pizza and then just eat like nothing like later. I wasn't doing that. I was eating, good meals, but I wasn't trying to change my body drastically during this time. I was trying to work on my mind. So I think the hardest part for me the hardest part at first was definitely cutting out alcohol. I love to drink, honestly. I come from a family of alcoholics, so I don't love to drink that much, but I love red wine. I love a good porter or stout, I love margaritas. Oh my God, Mexican martinis. Oh, sounds so good right now on a hot day in Texas. Nice. So that was very hard. And also, like, I don't go out very often. And when I do with friends, it's always like everyone's having a cocktail or a drink. So it was just like, I went out a couple times during the program and it was fine. I just didn't drink. But that was like the first time and only time I've ever done that. Like normally I was just like, oh yeah, I'll just have, and maybe I'd limit myself, but it's just always partaking. So the hardest part was the alcohol. The other hard part was the time management. A lot of it was just like, my days are so different. I don't have like a set schedule that's normal every single day. So the time management of making sure that I drank my water and ate all my food before I went out. Because if I went out and I wasn't able to eat or drink out, then I would have to come home at like 10 and then still finish that stuff, which I messed up. Or like if I didn't space my workouts out so I could do them both before my evening shift, I had to do a lot of workouts at like 11 p.m. when it was cold. Well, Texas cold. But still, those were not fun times. Time management was very tricky for me. And that's actually why I failed phase 1 on the 4th day. So quick sidebar, and I'm not selling it, but like there is a book that Andy wrote. It's a good book. You could also listen to the podcast for free. He's got multiple podcasts about the program. If you have questions, there's a free Facebook page with a bunch of people that do it. And then, I would recommend if you're going to do it, buy the app. It's $5 and it's way easy to keep it organized. So phase 1 is everything in 75 hard for 30 days plus 3 things. Those 3 things are you have to do 10 minutes of active visualization, which is basically, turning your dream into goals and like actually being intentional and picturing you accomplishing your dreams. Okay. That one is not easy for me. Not easy at all. And then you have to do a 5-minute cold shower every single day. Surprisingly, I'm already getting used to it. Now, how I'm doing it is like, I'm kind of doing it the same way Andy does it. Like he talks about on his podcast, like I get in, take my normal shower, and then I set my little time and I just turn it to cold. I turn it to cold enough to where I'm like, like I can't breathe easily. And then as I get used to that temperature within the 5 minutes, I'm just like slightly turning it. And it's been, the first 4 days, I did it. So it's been 6 days technically, but I'm only on day 2 and the temp is already a lot colder than when I started. So I'm getting used to it. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It is kind of boring because like, I'm not a big, I don't like taking a long shower. And if I do take a long shower, it's because I like want a hot shower. So like standing under cold water is just boring. So actually I'm listening to podcasts while I'm in the cold shower because otherwise I'm just going to be like standing there. Anyway, so the last thing is part of implementing something else. This is Andy Frisella. You could literally just use a notebook, but the power list. It's a concept that he came up with, 5 critical tasks every single day that will move you forward in one area of your life. So that's the power list. That's not the third part of phase one. The third part of phase one is creating or completing 3 critical tasks. So I bought the power list because knowing my time management and like setting like day to day, like I'm good at setting big goals, but when it comes to like whittling down the tasks and giving myself something to do every single day that will make a difference in my goal, I struggle with that. I'm a big picture person, not like a small picture. So I got the power list. I did it for like 5 days as a separate thing, totally separate thing. And I mean, I failed, and I mean, the last day that I wrote something in here was March 7th. And so I had a bunch of losses, and I was like getting kind of irritated. And I mean, I remember, let's see. So the first day that I got it was on the 20th of February. And I did it for like a week and a half or something. And it's hard. It's hard because for me, I have to make sure I set aside time the night before to figure out what my tasks are, because otherwise I get my day going and I won't think of anything. And then if I'm at work, I'm like, shit, like, did I miss my opportunity to do something? Because I can't necessarily accomplish something when I'm at work. And I work an evening shift twice a week. So like I'm there till 10:30. So it wasn't working well. I needed to change what I was doing. I was not setting myself up for success. So, the power list is good, but for right now, I'm using a whiteboard. I'm going to come back to that, and I'm excited to use it. I'm going to work on it within phase one first. And then once I do phase one and complete it, I will have finished 3 critical tasks every day for 30 days straight. And at that point in time, because I'll already be used to doing the 3, I can add 2 more and I can do 5. So, yeah, so that is phase one. Again, I'm on day 2, and the reason I failed the first time a couple days ago was I fell asleep during my visualization because I thought I'd be okay to close my eyes and visualize my future while laying in bed after a shift. Not a good plan. Don't do that. The other reason I failed is because when I woke up and I looked at the things that I counted as critical tasks for that day, I was not impressed. So to be defined as a critical task, it has to be something that you need to get done that is not already a habit that will move you forward. So these things technically qualified, but even though they weren't habits, they weren't challenging. And so had I even not fallen asleep during my visualization, I wouldn't have kept going anyway, because I wasn't impressed. I knew I could do better, and I don't want to half-ass this. So I've had to kind of change how I'm doing things. You can do phase one immediately after 75 Hard, or you can wait. It's up to you. There's no rule on that. You have a year to do Live Hard program. So there's 3 30-day phases after 75 Hard. So you do 75 Hard, you do phase one for 30 days, and then there's a mandatory 30-day break between phase one and phase two. And then honestly, I don't even know the details of phase two, other than the break and that it's all of the 75 Hard stuff. I don't know if there's stuff in addition to it, to be honest. I might have read about it at one point, but I don't know what it is. So I'll just figure that out when I get there. And then phase 3, you do the last 30 days up until the day that you started. So like my phase 3 will be in December. So once I'm done with phase 1, 28 days from now, because I'm not going to fail again, right? I will take 30 days off, and then I'll do phase 2. And then I basically don't have to commit to anything else until December. Now, if I choose to keep living with these, tasks that I'm doing every day and follow the rules of 75 Hard, even though I'm not on it, that's up to me. it's personal choice. It's a lifestyle, not like a program that you have to follow to a T, right? So obviously, like I plan on loosening up a little bit, but I really, really, really love reading now, which is so funny. Actually, as soon as I end this video, I'm gonna warm up the oven for my steak for my dinner, and I'm gonna read my book. I want to finish this book. I maybe could finish it tonight. Probably tomorrow. I was trying to find my bookmark. Okay, yeah, I could probably finish it tomorrow. Anyway, it's a cool book, and all of the books I've read have been helpful in some way. And I'm just enjoying reading, and I want to read more. And that's been a really big game changer for my mind, honestly. Like, I don't know why I didn't read before. It's just silly. Anyway, 75 Hard has been amazing, and like, it has helped me conquer things that I didn't think I was going to be able to conquer. It's given me confidence in myself, even though I was already a pretty confident person. I think it's just what I needed for this year, for starting my business, for the growth that I'm looking for. And I'm really excited about it. And also, I'm really excited because I know quite a good amount of people that have started 75 Hard after me. And I'm just like, I'm stoked to see that like people I know are going to be experiencing what I've experienced. And that makes me happy because if they can feel what I'm feeling right now, like that's what I want. I want everyone to feel good and earn it, you know? So, I am available for questions. I'm not a pro, but I have read the book and listened to all the podcasts and have some personal experience with it. So if anyone has any questions, hit me up. Other than that, fucking try it, read it. I don't really care. Like, it's doing what it's supposed to do for the people that want it. And people that don't, you won't get anything because you're not trying to put in the work in. So, yeah, it's not a workout program. If you're trying to lose weight, you can, but that's not what it's for. Just sidebar. That's all I got. Peace.